I exposed my wife Jennifer's year-long affair with our son's football coach at a packed PTA meeting, destroyed both their careers in one night, then vanished 600 miles away with our 3 kids by sunrise. She lost everything. Here's how I orchestrated the perfect takedown. This spans 18 months, gets brutally dark, involves my children, but ends with hard-won hope. Buckle up. Per the rules, all names changed. David Mitchell, 43. History teacher. Jennifer Mitchell, 41. School administrator, married 18 years. 3 kids, Connor, 17, Lily, 14, Ethan, 9. Built a life in our small town. Soccer practices, PTA meetings, Friday night football games. The whole suburban dream. Jennifer was my high school sweetheart. 20 years together. We built a home, raised 3 incredible kids, coached their teams, hosted neighborhood barbecues. She was my best friend, my partner, my everything. Was. The life we built. Met Jennifer in 1998 at a school dance. I was the nerdy history buff. She was the girl who actually laughed at my terrible jokes about the French Revolution. Married in 2007, right after I got my teaching certification. Built a 4-bedroom house on Maple Street with the big oak tree out front. Started college funds for all 3 kids. Nearly $180K saved between them. Got season tickets to the high school football games where I taught. Never missed a Sunday pancake tradition. Connor Mitchell, 17, senior, debate team captain, sharp as hell. Lily Mitchell, 14. Artist, daddy's girl since the moment she was born. Ethan Mitchell, 9. Soccer player, still believed in magic. We had movie night every Friday. Jennifer would pick the film, I'd make the popcorn, kids would fight over the couch spots. I'm the kind of guy who still opens doors and writes thank you notes by hand. Old school that way. I've always believed in doing right by people, keeping my word, showing up when it matters. I coached debate team after school, helped students with college essays for free, volunteered as timer at track meets even though none of my kids ran track. That's just what you do in a small town. You show up. You contribute. I trusted easily. Too easily, it turned out. The first cracks, September 2023. Football season started. Ethan made the 9-year-old team, and he was pumped. Tyler Stevens was the new head coach. Charismatic guy, former college player. Everyone loved him. Jennifer volunteered to help with team organization, snack schedules, carpool coordination. Just want to be involved in Ethan's activities, she said. I thought it was sweet, supportive mom energy. By October, she was at every practice, every single one. I'd show up to pick up Ethan, and she'd already be there, laughing with Coach Tyler, clipboard in hand, looking happier than I'd seen her in months. That's when I started noticing things. October. Jennifer started dressing up for practice drop-offs. Full makeup for a Tuesday afternoon at the field. New jeans that fit her differently. Hair styled instead of thrown in a ponytail. I thought maybe she was feeling good about herself. Didn't question it. Didn't want to be that husband. November. By November, her phone was glued to her hand, constant texting, smiling at the screen. When I asked who, she'd say, just the team moms coordinating stuff. But she'd angle the screen away. Small move, but I noticed. What are you hiding? I joked once. Nothing, she laughed. Just boring mom stuff. You don't want to hear about snack rotations. I let it go. December. She started volunteering at school during her lunch breaks. Said she was helping the athletic department with budget planning. Tyler had free period at the same time. When I suggested we grab lunch together like we used to, she'd say she was too busy with admin work. Maybe next week, she'd offer. Next week never came. January 2024. The physical stuff stopped. No more reaching for my hand during movies. In bed, she'd turn away, claim she was tired. We went from intimate 3 times a week to once a month. Then nothing. Is everything okay? I asked one night. Just stressed with work, she said, already facing the wall. I stared at the ceiling for hours. When worry? By February, late nights became constant. Working on school budget proposals, meeting with parents about the spring fundraiser, committee meeting for the new gym equipment. Every excuse sounded reasonable alone. Together, a pattern I couldn't ignore anymore. It was a Thursday night in March when it all crystallized. Jennifer came home at 11:30 p.m. She said she'd been at a PTA meeting discussing Teacher Appreciation Week, but I'd seen the school calendar that morning. Nothing scheduled. She smelled like cologne, not mine. Something expensive, woody, masculine. Her shirt was wrinkled in a way that suggested it had been off, then put back on quickly. The buttons were one hole off at the bottom. That's when it hit me. Not as a thought, but as a physical sensation in my chest. Like someone had reached in and squeezed my heart until it stopped. This woman, the mother of my children, my wife of 18 years, was fucking someone else. I felt my hands start shaking. Walked to the bathroom, locked the door, sat on the edge of the tub for 20 minutes. My reflection in the mirror looked like a stranger. Pale, hollow eyes. Older somehow. By morning I knew. That's when I decided to find the truth. The investigation. I did what any paranoid husband would do. I Googled it. How to catch a cheating spouse. Signs of infidelity. Legal ways to investigate adultery. Phone monitoring apps. GPS tracking spouse. I went down a rabbit hole that Friday night after the kids went to bed. Reddit threads with titles like Caught My Wife, Here's My Nuclear Revenge, and How I Gathered Evidence for Divorce Court. YouTube videos on detecting lies. Articles about spy software and private investigators. I learned about phone records, GPS tracking, social media forensics, hiring PIs, installing monitoring apps. I felt pathetic, like I'd become a character in a bad Lifetime movie. But I also felt something else. Determined. I was preparing for war. Social media deep dive. I started with Facebook, scrolled back through Jennifer's posts from September onward, 6 months of her digital life. Noticed something immediately. A guy's name in the comments. A lot. Tyler Stevens. Great practice today, Jennifer would post. Tyler would comment, Your son's getting really good. Heart emoji. Lots of them. Thanks for all your help organizing the team. Posts tagged him. Him tagged her back. Couldn't do it without you. I clicked on Tyler's profile. Public. The guy hadn't bothered with privacy settings. Photos of him at games, practices, with his own kids. But also him at restaurants, breweries, the new Italian place downtown, Giuseppe's, where Jennifer said she'd gone with work friends last month. Then I found it. Group photo from October team dinner. Tyler was standing right behind Jennifer, his hand on her shoulder, her leaning back into him slightly. Too familiar, too comfortable. The other parents in the photo looked normal, couples together, appropriate distance. But Tyler and Jennifer, different energy entirely. I tried to friend him to see more. Request instantly denied. Actually, I couldn't even send a request. Already blocked. Why the hell would I be blocked by my son's football coach? Someone I'd never even interacted with online? He knew. He knew who I was, knew what he was doing, and blocked me preemptively. Guilty conscience leaves a trail. Phone records. We're on a family phone plan through Verizon. I'm the account holder. I logged into the website, pulled up 3 months of detailed records. Holy shit. Starting in October, a number I didn't recognize. Calls and texts. I traced the pattern. October. Maybe 12 calls, 30 texts total. November, 23 calls, 86 texts. December, daily contact. Multiple times per day. January, 48 calls, 183 texts. February, constant. 11:15 p.m. while I was asleep upstairs. 6:30 a.m. before I woke up. During her lunch breaks. On her drive home from meetings. I ran the number through a reverse lookup site. Tyler Grant Stevens, age 38, lives at 428 Riverside Drive, 8 miles from our house, works at Lakewood High School. Bingo. But the message content wasn't in the records, just times, frequency, duration. I could see they were talking. I couldn't see what they were saying. I needed more. That's when Steve told me about monitoring software. We were grabbing beers, and I'd been vague about marriage problems. He picked up on it immediately. You think she's cheating? I don't know. Maybe. I need to know for sure. There are apps, he said carefully. I won't tell you which one to use, liability and all that, but they exist. If you share an iCloud account, if you have access to her devices, theoretically you could sync everything. We shared an iCloud account, had for years. Find My Eyes for the kids, shared photos, shared calendar. I went home that night and installed monitoring software on Jennifer's iPad, the one she rarely used but kept synced to her phone, same Apple ID. Within 48 hours, I was reading everything, every text, every deleted message they thought was gone forever. They were very, very wrong. D-Day, March 19th, 2024. 2:15 a.m., I couldn't sleep. Hadn't been sleeping well for weeks. I grabbed my phone from the nightstand, opened the monitoring app, checked for new messages. There were new ones. Jennifer, I can't do this anymore. Living with him, pretending everything's fine. I feel like I'm dying inside. My stomach dropped. Tyler, I know, babe, I hate seeing you unhappy, but we have to be smart about this. Jennifer, smart? We've been sneaking around for 6 months. I want to wake up next to you. I want to fall asleep in your arms. I want a real relationship, not stolen hours in hotel rooms. 6 months, since September, since the beginning. Tyler, soon. Once Connor graduates and heads to college, you can leave. We'll figure it out, I promise. Jennifer, that's a year away. I don't know if I can wait that long. Tyler, do you love me? Jennifer, you know I do. Tyler, then trust me, we'll make this work. Do you think about me during the day, when you're at school? Jennifer, all the time, especially when you walk past my office. That little smile you give me drives me crazy. Tyler, what are you wearing right now? I stopped reading, felt bile rising in my throat, kept scrolling, needed to see it all. Jennifer, he's so boring, Tyler. We haven't had a real conversation in months. He comes home, grades papers, watches TV, goes to bed. That's it. That's our life. You actually listen to me. You make me feel alive again. Boring. She called me boring. After 18 years of marriage, after 3 kids, after building a life together. Boring. I dropped my phone. It clattered on the hardwood, loud in the silent bedroom. Jennifer stirred next to me. Babe, you okay? I couldn't speak. My throat had closed up. I just stared at the ceiling, feeling like someone had reached into my chest and ripped out my lungs. Dave? She rolled over, touched my arm. I pulled away. Yeah, just couldn't sleep. Come here. She tried to cuddle close. I wanted to throw her off the bed, scream, shake her, demand answers. Instead, I lay there frozen, her arm across my chest, feeling like a stranger was touching me. For 6 days, I was a ghost in my own life. Couldn't eat. Food tasted like sawdust. Lost 8 pounds that week. Couldn't focus at work. Called in sick for 3 days. When I did go in, I spent entire periods staring at nothing while my students worked on group projects. Couldn't sleep. Maybe 2 hours a night. Then I'd wake up gasping. The texts burned into my brain. I'd look at Jennifer making breakfast for the kids, humming while she poured coffee, and see a complete stranger wearing my wife's face. This woman who I'd given 20 years to, who was supposed to be my partner, my teammate, my person. Jennifer knew something was wrong, kept asking if I was okay. You've been really quiet lately. Is everything all right? The fucking irony. Just work stress, I'd mumble, leaving the room. I'd lock myself in my car during lunch breaks and cry. Deep, body-shaking sobs. The kind that leave you exhausted and hollow. I cried for the marriage I thought I had. For the wife I thought I knew. For the future I'd imagined. Growing old together, grandkids, retirement. All of it gone. Replaced by hotel rooms and secret texts and he's so boring. Day 7, something shifted. I woke up at 5 a.m. on March 26th, and I wasn't sad anymore. I was fucking pissed. Jennifer didn't just cheat. She planned, plotted her exit, talked about me like I was a boring roommate she couldn't wait to ditch, counted down until Connor graduated so she could leave without looking like the bad guy abandoning her kids. He's so boring. Like I was nothing. Like the life we built, the kids we raised, the dreams we shared. None of it mattered. She was going to wait until Connor left for college, file for divorce, and play the victim. We grew apart. The spark was gone. All the cliches people use when they don't want to admit they're selfish. That's when I decided I wasn't just going to divorce her. I was going to systematically dismantle her entire existence. I wanted scorched earth. The planning. I spent 9 days researching strategy, not just divorce proceedings anymore, war tactics, how to expose an affair, how to gather evidence that would hold up in court, how to protect myself legally, how to control the narrative, how to ensure she faced real consequences. I found this concept on a Reddit thread. The best revenge is living well, but the second best revenge is making sure they understand exactly what they lost. That became my mantra. Here's what I knew. Advantage number 1. She had no idea I knew. Complete tactical surprise. She thought I was clueless, boring Dave who came home and graded papers. That meant I could act normal while gathering evidence. She'd never see it coming. Advantage number 2. I'm methodical. Teacher brain. I document everything for lesson plans, grade tracking, parent conferences. This was just another project. A very important project. Advantage number 3. Small town. Reputation matters here. Everyone knows everyone. Your name is everything. Public shame would be devastating, especially for someone in education like Jennifer and Tyler. Advantage number 4. I had time. Connor graduates May 2025, 14 months away. That's how long she planned to keep lying. I could use that time. Rush creates mistakes. I had months to build an airtight case. My advantage, time, patience, control of the narrative. I made rules for myself. 1. Document everything. Every lie, every working late, every suspicious moment, dates, times, locations. Build a timeline that's irrefutable. Never confront until the plan is complete. No tipping my hand, no emotional outbursts that would warn her. Play the long game. 3. Protect the kids. Prepare them slowly, carefully. This is about extracting them from toxicity, not using them as weapons. Age-appropriate honesty. 4. Keep everything legal. No breaking laws, no vigilante justice. I'm not going to jail for her. Everything by the book. 5. Go bigger. Don't just divorce, complete life reconstruction. This isn't about ending a marriage, it's about accountability and starting fresh. This wasn't just about ending my marriage. This was about protecting my children and ensuring Jennifer and Tyler faced consequences for systematically destroying our family. Consequence, not revenge. There's a difference. The evidence gathering. I created a spreadsheet, Google Sheets, accessible only to me, backed up to 3 different cloud accounts. Every working late excuse, every team mom meeting, every PTA event. Every suspicious behavior cross-referenced with phone records, social media check-ins, my own calendar, and the school's public calendar. I had a 14-month map of every single lie, color-coded by severity, green for possibly innocent, yellow for suspicious, red for definitely lying. By May, the spreadsheet was 92% red, screenshots, 284 of them by the end. Text messages between Jennifer and Tyler, Facebook messages, Instagram DMs. I even captured Snapchat content before it disappeared. The monitoring app grabbed it first. The texts were graphic, explicit descriptions of what they'd done, plans for future encounters, discussions about leaving their spouses, mocking me, mocking Rachel, Tyler's wife. One exchange from April. Tyler, when can I see you again? I miss that thing you do with your... I stopped reading that one. Another from May, Jennifer. Rachel suspects something. Tyler keeps asking questions. Tyler, Rachel's clueless. She works nights, sleeps days. We're fine. Jennifer, what if she finds out? Tyler, she won't, and even if she did, I'd choose you. Lies. All lies. But Jennifer believed them. I backed everything up to Dropbox, Google Drive, and an external hard drive hidden in my classroom, organized by date and severity. The worst ones got their own folder labeled nuclear option. Credit card statements going back 8 months. $89 dinner at Giuseppe's charged to our joint card, October 12th. While Jennifer was supposedly at a PTA budget meeting, I checked. No PTA members live within 30 miles of that restaurant. $156 hotel charge at extended stay, December 3rd. Different city, 52 miles away. Conference, she'd said. I looked up the supposed conference. Didn't exist. 220 Victoria's Secret purchase, January 20th. She hadn't worn lingerie for ME in 6 months. Wondered where it went. Now I knew. Dinner at Fleming's Steakhouse, 198, February 14th. Valentine's Day. She told me she was having girls' night with work friends. I'd stayed home with the kids, ordered pizza, felt like an idiot for not planning anything special. She was literally making me pay for her affair with our shared money, using my paycheck to buy lingerie for another man, having me co-sign my own humiliation. I quietly reached out to some of Jennifer's friends, asked casual questions at school events, grocery store run-ins. "Hey, Sarah, how was the school fundraiser meeting last Thursday?" Sarah looked confused. "What meeting? There wasn't anything scheduled last week." That's when I knew most of her friends weren't covering for her. They didn't know. She'd isolated her affair completely, lied to everyone. But a few friends, their reactions told me they suspected something. Rachel Chen, not related to Tyler, different Chen, hesitated too long when I asked about girls' night. "Oh, yeah, it was fine. Just dinner and drinks." "Where'd you go?" "I don't remember the name. Some Italian place?" She was lying for Jennifer. I documented it, noted who knew what, useful for later. The monitoring app had GPS tracking integrated with Google location history from our shared account. Jennifer said she was at school for budget review on a Tuesday afternoon, March 12th. She was at Tyler's house for 3 hours during school hours, both of them claiming to be at work. I pulled up Google Maps timeline, cross-referenced dates going back months. March 5th said she was grocery shopping at 2 p.m., was at extended stay hotel off Highway 12 for 90 minutes. Middle of a Tuesday. February 22nd, late meeting at district office. Actually at Tyler's house from 7:11 p.m. 4 hours. January 18th. Dinner with Sarah and Megan. Neither Sarah nor Megan were there. Jennifer was at a hotel in the next county. I had coordinates, timestamps, irrefutable proof of lies. By July 2024, I had everything compiled in physical form, printed it all out at Kinko's, paid cash, used a fake name, 316 pages total, tabs for each category, timeline in red, financial in blue, digital evidence in green, and witnesses in yellow, location data in orange, most damning evidence highlighted in bright yellow. Truly nuclear stuff. The "he's so boring" texts, the plans to leave me, the explicit messages, highlighted in hot pink. It looked like a legal brief prepared by a law firm. Tables of contents, page numbers, professional binding. Because that's essentially what it was. I made 4 copies, one for my lawyer, one for me, one for later delivery to Jennifer, one for an envelope marked "in case of emergency, open if something happens to me," left with Steve. Investigating Tyler. I needed to know who Tyler Stevens was, not just the coach, the man. Basic info first, LinkedIn, Facebook, public records, Tyler Grant Stevens. Age 38. Married to Rachel Stevens, née Cooper, for 12 years. 2 kids, Emma, 7, and Jake, near 5. Lives at 428 Riverside Drive, 8 miles from us, in the newer subdivision. Drives a black Ford F-150, that truck Jennifer had mentioned was such a nice truck back in September. I remembered now because it seemed like an odd comment at the time. Works as head football coach and PE teacher at Lakewood High. Salary public record, $62,000. Rachel's a nurse at County General Hospital, mostly night shifts, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. 3 days a week. Makes around $78,000. She makes more than him. Facebook was wide open. The guy was an amateur. Lots of posts about family first and blessed life, and on girl dad. Photos with wife and kids at church, family vacations to the beach, coaching wins, Sunday dinners, performative bullshit. But recently, pictures with Jennifer at team events, Jennifer liking every single post within minutes, comments that seemed innocent to outsiders but read differently to me now. October 20th. Post, "Great practice today. These kids are going places." Jennifer's comment, "Couldn't do it without amazing leadership." His reply, "Team effort." 12 likes from team parents. Everyone thought they were just being supportive. I saw it differently now. Secret language, hidden in plain sight. His wife Rachel would like these exchanges. Comments sometimes too. "So proud of you, babe," with heart emojis. She had no idea. He'd blocked me on everything, not just Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, even Twitter. He knew who I was. He'd deliberately blocked his mistress's husband. This wasn't a spontaneous thing. It was calculated, premeditated. He'd planned this from the beginning. I found his mother on Facebook. Linda Stevens, 72 years old, lives in Florida. Deeply religious based on her posts. Shares Bible verses daily. Posts about sanctity of marriage and family values and raising kids right. Recent post from June. "So blessed with wonderful grandchildren. So proud of my son Tyler and his commitment to his family. Marriage is sacred. Oh, Linda, do I have news for you?" I also pulled up Lakewood High's employee handbook. Found it on the district website, publicly available PDF. Read through the entire thing. Section 4.3. Employees must maintain professional boundaries with parents of students. Romantic or sexual relationships must be disclosed to human resources immediately. Section 6.2. Use of school time, property, or resources for personal matters is strictly prohibited. Section 8.1. Conduct unbecoming. Employees are expected to maintain professional conduct both during and outside of school hours. Behavior that brings disrepute to the school or district may result in disciplinary action up to and including termination. Screenshot everything. Saved to the nuclear option folder. I also learned Rachel worked night shifts 3 days a week. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Cross-referenced with Jennifer's late nights. Tuesday nights. 18 instances of Jennifer being busy from September to July. Thursday nights, 16 instances. Saturdays, 12 instances of errands or shopping that lasted hours. Rachel's work schedule was Tyler's affair schedule. Convenient. This wasn't just about Jennifer anymore. Rachel deserved to know. His kids deserved a father who didn't sneak around. His mother deserved to know what kind of man she'd raised. And if my marriage was ending, Tyler's was coming with it. Collateral damage? Maybe, but he made his choice. Acting normal. From April to December 2024, I became an Oscar-worthy actor. 9 months of living a lie while gathering evidence. I kissed Jennifer goodbye every morning. Tasted like betrayal, but I did it. Asked about her day. Listened to her lie about where she'd been, who she'd seen, what she'd done. Cooked dinner. Helped Connor with college applications. Helped Lily with her art projects. Took Ethan to soccer practice. Different league now. Different coaches, thank God. We even had sex. I initiated because that's what normal looked like. It made me physically ill, lying there with her afterward, knowing where she'd been, who she'd been with. But it kept her unsuspecting. I watched her text Tyler right in front of me at the dinner table. She'd smile at her phone, that little secret smile I used to think was cute. I'd ask, "What's funny?" She'd say, "Oh, just a meme Sarah sent me," or "Lily's teacher sent a funny email," or some other bullshit. I'd laugh. Nice. Internally adding it to my mental list. Some nights Jennifer would come home at 11 p.m. from committee meetings or parent conferences. I'd have dinner waiting, reheated, still good. "How was the district meeting, babe?" She'd lie. I'd nod, smile, file it away. Update the spreadsheet after she went to bed. Here's what she didn't know while I played the oblivious husband. I had filed preliminary paperwork for legal separation in North Carolina, where we'd be moving. I knew she'd spent $6,100 of our joint money on the affair over 9 months. I was building a comprehensive custody case with documented evidence of emotional neglect of our children. I had already consulted 3 divorce lawyers and chosen the best. Sarah Chen, 40, shark of a family law attorney, 89% success rate in custody cases. I had changed my will to exclude Jennifer entirely, everything to the kids. I had opened a separate bank account and slowly moved money, $500 here, $300 there. Nothing suspicious, just building an emergency fund she didn't know about. $18,000 by December. I had applied for teaching positions in 3 different states, North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee. Got offers from 2. I had talked to real estate agents about selling our house. Got appraisals, knew exactly what it was worth, prepared for the split. I was 23 steps ahead at all times. But to her, I was just Dave. Boring Dave. Oblivious Dave who came home, graded papers, watched TV, went to bed. Going through the motions, being dad, being husband, playing a role in my own life. Steve asked me once in November, sitting in his garage over beers, "How are you doing this? The acting? I'd lose my shit." I took a long drink. "Easy. I'm not acting like her husband anymore. I'm playing a role. Husband David is dead. I'm someone else now, just wearing his face." "That's dark, man." "Yeah, it is." I was waiting for April 15th, 2025. The big PTA meeting, annual budget presentation. Every parent required to attend. Every teacher. All administrators, school board members. Local press sometimes showed up for big budget votes. Perfect audience. Jennifer would be presenting the administrative budget. Tyler would be there. All coaches had to attend. I had a present for them both. The execution. January 2025. The behavior shift. January 3rd, New Year, I changed my behavior. Not dramatically, not all at once, subtly. Just enough that Jennifer would notice but couldn't quite put her finger on what was different. Week 1, distance. I stopped initiating affection. When Jennifer kissed me goodbye in the morning, I'd turn my head slightly so she got my cheek instead of my lips. Small movement. She noticed the second time. "You okay?" "Yeah, just tired. Didn't sleep well." When she'd text during the day, "Thinking of you," performative bullshit, I'd reply hours later with "thanks" or "busy with grading." No emojis, no reciprocation, just bland. I started staying late at school, actually staying, not lying about it like her. Genuinely working on lesson plans, grading papers, reorganizing my classroom, coming home at 8:30 instead of 5 as Zarek. Matching her energy. Jennifer noticed by day 5. "You've been working late a lot." "Busy time of year, midterms coming up." "You seem distant." "Just stressed with work." Same exact excuse she'd been using for 16 months. The irony was delicious. Week 2, cold shoulder. I started sleeping on my side of the bed. No touching. Back deliberately turned. Started eating dinner with the kids before Jennifer got home from her late meetings. When she walked in at 7:30 or 8 I'd barely look up from my plate. "Food's in the fridge if you want some." Not warm, not cold, just there. The irony? Jennifer started trying harder. Wore sexy pajamas to bed, probably the ones from Victoria's Secret she'd bought for Tyler. I pretended to be asleep, or said I had a headache, or went to the spare room claiming I had to grade papers. Cooked my favorite meal, pot roast with red potatoes and carrots. I'd already eaten with the kids. "Thanks, babe, I'll have it tomorrow." Suggested date night, just the two of us. I said I was too tired, maybe next weekend. She was confused, hurt even, hurt, the fucking audacity. Week 3, the 180. This is a technique I'd learned researching on Reddit, something called the 180. Completely flip your behavior, become someone different, make them feel what you felt. I started going to the gym at 5:30 a.m. before work. Lost the weight I'd gained from stress. Got new clothes, nothing dramatic, just better fitting jeans, some new button-downs. Got a new haircut, shorter, cleaner. Started saying I had plans without elaborating. "Where are you going?" "Out." "Out where?" "Just meeting up with Steve. Be back later." I went to Steve's house. We watched basketball, drank beer. But Jennifer didn't need to know it was innocent. Let my phone face down on the table during dinner. When it buzzed, usually Steve texting about sports. I'd smile and ignore it. "Who's texting you?" "Just work stuff." During dinner? It can wait. That smile, though, that little private smile. I made sure she saw it. I left work documents scattered on the kitchen counter. Documents that mentioned consulting regarding teaching positions in other states. Documents about North Carolina school districts. Salary comparisons. Jennifer found them. "Are you looking at jobs in other states?" "Just exploring options, thinking about a change." "A change? We live here. The kids' schools are here. Our life is here." "Things change," I said, not looking up from my laptop. Her face went pale. Week 4, the fake affair. I ran into Amanda Parker at Target, literally. Our carts collided in the paper goods aisle. Dave? Sorry, I wasn't looking where I was going. Amanda, hey, no worries, how have you been? We'd known each other vaguely for 2 years. Divorced soccer mom, son in Ethan's league, friendly but not friends. We chatted, small talk. I mentioned I was going through some stuff, kept it vague. She mentioned her divorce from 2 years ago, how she'd been cheated on, how she was finally feeling okay again. That's great, good for you. If you ever need to talk to someone who gets it, she offered, I'm around. I paused, looked at her, made a decision. Would you want to grab coffee sometime? Just talk to someone who understands? She smiled knowingly. I'd love to. We exchanged numbers right there in Target. Started having very public coffee dates. Tuesdays and Thursdays at Brewster's Cafe, right on Main Street, big windows, where everyone in town could see. We actually talked about her divorce, about my situation. I was honest with her about what I was doing, and she was all in. Turned out she hated Jennifer for being fake at PTA meetings. We laughed. She'd touch my arm when making a point, all very visible. I left a Brewster's receipt on the bathroom counter at home. Jennifer found it. You were at Brewster's? Yeah, had coffee with a friend. What friend? Amanda Parker. You know her, Ethan's league. Oh, pause. What were you talking about? Just life stuff. She's been through a divorce, had good perspective. Perspective on what? Just marriage stuff, life stuff. I walked away before she could ask more. By February, Jennifer was unraveling. I'd catch her scrolling through my phone when she thought I was in the shower. I'd started leaving it unlocked deliberately. Nothing incriminating on there, but she didn't know that. Checking my coat pockets, smelling my shirts, started accusing me of cheating. Are you having an affair with Amanda? I almost laughed. The projection. Are you serious right now? You're never home anymore. You're different. You're distant. Something's going on. Jennifer, I'm dealing with work stress. That's it. Why are you so paranoid? Because you're acting suspicious. Or maybe you're seeing what you want to see. I let her stew in it. Let her feel the paranoia, the suspicion, the fear that I'd felt for months. 6 months of torture, compressed into 8 weeks. The PTA meeting was 48 days away. That's when everything would come crashing down. April 14th, the setup. Night before the meeting. Traditionally, we'd take the kids to dinner the night before big school events. Family tradition going back years. This year, I told Connor, Lily, and Ethan we weren't going. Just a lot on Dad's mind, I said. Connor knew. I'd told him everything 3 weeks ago. Showed him evidence. He was devastated, but understood what was coming. Lily knew too. Told her 2 weeks ago, age-appropriate version. She cried, but she got it. Ethan knew something was happening, but not details. 9 years old, still too young for the full truth. Just knew Mom made some mistakes and things are changing. What Jennifer didn't know, I had filed for divorce. Papers prepared by Sarah Chen, ready for execution. April 16th, 9 a.m. at our house. Process server already scheduled and paid. I had packed bags for myself and the kids. 3 suitcases each, stored at Steve's house since March. Clothes, toiletries, important items, favorite toys for Ethan. I had told Connor and Lily the full truth. Showed them selected evidence. Nothing explicit, but enough to understand. They were hurt, angry at their mom, but prepared for what was coming. The kids were staying with my parents starting tonight. Already there. Grandma and Grandpa night, we'd called it. Jennifer thought it was sweet. Movers scheduled for April 17th to move Jennifer's belongings to a storage unit I'd rented in her name. Teaching position in Asheville, North Carolina, starting August 2025. Already signed contract. Our house going on the market April 18th. Realtor ready. That evening, Jennifer tried to act normal, made pasta carbonara, put on jazz music, poured wine, playing wife, playing house. I went through the motions, ate, complimented the food, watched her smile, thinking everything was fine. At 11 p.m., she kissed my cheek. Love you, babe. Big day tomorrow with the budget presentation. I looked her in the eye. Good night. I didn't say it back. She noticed. Paused halfway to the bedroom. You okay? Fine, just tired. You've been acting strange for months. Are you sure everything's... I'm fine, Jennifer. Go to bed. She hesitated, then went. I sat on the couch for 3 hours, watched the clock, counted down. 15 hours until the meeting. 15 hours until nuclear option. I didn't sleep at all. April 15th, the strike. The auditorium was packed by 6:45 p.m. Meeting started at 7 CRs. I counted as people filed in. 186 people, every parent I recognized, all teachers, Principal Myers, Vice Principal Davidson, 3 school board members, athletic director, even a reporter from the local paper. They sometimes covered big budget votes, perfect audience. Jennifer was at the front, setting up her PowerPoint presentation. Professional outfit, hair done, looking confident. She was good at presentations, always had been. Tyler Stevens sat in the 3rd row with other coaches. He saw me, didn't acknowledge me. We'd never been formally introduced. I was just Ethan's dad to him. Rachel Stevens was there too. 5th row, rare night off from nursing, came to support her husband. I sat in the back, far corner, quiet, calm. Jennifer saw me at 6:52, smiled, waved. I nodded back. The meeting started. Principal Myers welcomed everyone, outlined the agenda. Budget presentation first, then vote, then open forum. Jennifer took the podium at 7:08. Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'll be presenting the proposed administrative budget for the 2025-2026 school year. She went through slides. Personnel costs, supply budgets, technology upgrades, facility maintenance, professional development, boring but necessary. People checked their phones. 45 minutes in, during Q&A, I raised my hand. Principal Myers. Yes, David. I stood. I have a question, but it's not about the budget. It's about school ethics policy. May I address the group? Confused looks. Myers hesitated. Sure. Keep it brief. This will just take 5 minutes. I promise it's relevant to school business. I walked to the front, laptop bag in hand, had a USB drive in my pocket. Jennifer's face shifted from confused to pale. Something in her gut knew. What are you doing? She whispered as I passed. I ignored her, plugged the USB into the laptop connected to the projector. I need to share something with this community that directly impacts our children's safety and the integrity of our school system. The screen lit up. Title slide appeared, Ethics Violation. Report Jennifer Mitchell and Tyler. Stevens documented evidence of inappropriate relationship and conduct. Unbecoming, gasps, immediate, like air being sucked out of the room. Principal Myers stood up. David, what is this? Please, give me 5 minutes. The community deserves to know what's been happening in our school. He sat down, shocked, speechless. Click. Next slide. Timeline. September 2023 to April 2025. 16 months mapped out. Color-coded. Every suspicious working late. Every lie. Every hotel visit. Murmurs started. Parents leaning to each other. Whispers. Jennifer tried to grab my laptop. Stop this. Stop this. I blocked her. Don't touch it. Dave, please. Principal Myers. Jennifer, sit down. She sat, shaking. Click. Next slide. Text messages, the tame ones, still damning. Jennifer to Tyler, Oak 28, 2023. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Miss you so much. Tyler to Jennifer, Nove, 12, 2023. Last night was incredible. Can't stop thinking about you. Jennifer to Tyler, Deck 15, 2023. Wish I could wake up next to you every morning. The room erupted, parents shouting, teachers standing up. Oh my God, is this real? This can't be happening? Rachel Stevens in the 5th row, she screamed. Not a gasp, a full scream. What the fuck? Tyler stood up, face bright red. This is slander. This is edited. It's time-stamped evidence, coach. Every photo has metadata. Every text has a date stamp and phone number. Want me to read the phone number out loud? Let everyone verify it's yours. He sat down, face white now instead of red. Click, next slide. Photos. Them at Giuseppe's restaurant, October. Extended stay hotel, December. His truck in our driveway when I was at work, February. Kissing outside the hotel, March. Timestamp and GPS coordinates on every photo. Oh God, someone whispered. That's Tyler's truck. another voice said. Rachel Stevens was crying now, loud, body-shaking sobs. Click. Next slide. Financial evidence. Hotel charges on our joint credit card, highlighted in yellow. My wife spent $6,200 of our money on this affair. Money that was supposed to go to our children's college funds. Money I earned grading papers at 11 p.m. after working all day. Money she used to buy lingerie and pay for hotel rooms. I could hear Jennifer sobbing behind me. Didn't turn around. Click. Next slide. The worst text. The one I'd been saving. Jennifer to Tyler, March 5th, 2025. He's so boring. We haven't had a real conversation in months. I can't wait until Connor graduates and I can finally leave. My 17-year-old son was in the audience, sitting with my parents. I'd warned him this was coming. Connor stood up, looked at his mother. She tried to reach for him. Connor, baby, I didn't mean... He walked out, didn't look back. That broke something in Jennifer. She collapsed into a chair, hands over her face, sobbing uncontrollably. Click. Next slide. Lakewood High School Employee Handbook Excerpts. Section 4.3. Employees must maintain professional boundaries with parents of students. Romantic relationships must be disclosed to HR immediately. They weren't disclosed. Section 6.2. Use of school time and property for personal matters is prohibited. I have evidence of them meeting during school hours, in school buildings, for non-work purposes, using school computers to send personal messages, using school parking lot to coordinate affair logistics. Section 8.1, Conduct Unbecoming. I don't think this needs explanation. I turned to Principal Myers. Sir, I'm not asking you to do anything tonight. This is not the appropriate forum for personnel decisions. But this documentation, all 316 pages of it, is being delivered to the district HR office tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. via certified mail. I wanted this community to know first. I looked at the audience. Parents I'd known for years, colleagues, friends. These are our kids' teachers, our kids' coaches. We trust them with our children. We have a right to know when that trust is violated. I unplugged the USB, looked at Jennifer. She was destroyed, mascara running, shaking. Looked at Tyler, wouldn't make eye contact. Staring at the floor, looked at Rachel. She was staring at her husband with pure, undiluted hatred. I'm filing for divorce. Papers will be served tomorrow morning. I'm moving to North Carolina with our 3 children. Jennifer will have visitation rights as determined by the court, but primary custody is mine. The kids have seen the evidence. They've made their choice. Silence. Complete silence except for Jennifer's sobbing. The binder with all evidence has been provided to my attorney, will be delivered to HR, and is available to anyone who needs to verify anything I've presented tonight. Everything is documented. Everything is time-stamped. Everything is real. I walked toward the exit. Jennifer grabbed my arm. Please don't do this. We can fix this. Counseling, I'll end it. I'll do anything. Please. I looked at her hand on my arm, gently removed it. Jennifer, you ended this 16 months ago when you made a choice. I'm just making it official. And now everyone knows exactly who you are. Behind me, chaos erupted. Parents yelling. Tyler trying to leave. Rachel blocked him, screaming. Principal Myers trying to restore order. I walked out to my car, got in, drove to Steve's house where the kids were waiting with my parents. Phase 1, complete. April 16th, the immediate aftermath. I stayed at Steve's house that night. Kids stayed with my parents. We'd reunite tomorrow once everything was finalized. My phone started exploding around 9:30 p.m. Jennifer, 52 missed calls. I blocked her number, her mom, Carol. How dare you humiliate my daughter like that, in front of the whole town? You're a monster, I replied. Ask your daughter why she spent 16 months lying to everyone. Ask her why she called me boring while planning to leave. Ask her why she spent our kids' college money on hotels. Sent. Then blocked her too. Her sister, Megan. Long text. I know Jennifer made mistakes, but public humiliation was too far. Everyone makes mistakes. You could have handled this privately. Now you've destroyed her. Forgiveness is important. You need to think about the kids. This is going to traumatize them. I sent her page 87 from the binder. The screenshot of Jennifer texting Tyler. I can't wait until Connor graduates so I can leave without looking like the bad guy. And page 1 to 24. He's so boring. I feel dead inside when I'm with him. And page 2 out of 3. Financial summary. Showing she'd been planning her exit for months while pretending everything was fine. Megan stopped texting. My mom. The kids are okay. Connor's angry, but he's okay. Lily is crying, but she understands. Ethan is confused. They need you. Are you okay, sweetheart? Finally, someone asked if I was okay. Me. I will be, Mom. Tomorrow. I'll be there by 10 a.m. Rachel Stevens. Call me, now! I called. She answered on the first ring, crying. Is it true? All of it? Everything in that presentation? Every word, every text, every picture. All time-stamped. All verified. I can send you the full binder if you want. You deserve to know everything. Silence except for crying. He destroyed your marriage. He destroyed yours too, Rachel. You just didn't know yet. I gave you information you deserve to have. I'm sorry you had to find out like that. I have 2 kids. Emma's 7, Jake's 5. How do I tell them they're daddy? She couldn't finish. I don't know. I'm sorry. But they deserve better than a father who lies and sneaks around. Just like my kids deserve better than a mother who did the same. More silence. Then, what he did is unforgivable. Those texts. He told you he'd choose her over me. My husband told another woman's husband that he'd leave me. I'm sorry. Stop apologizing. You didn't do this. He did. They did. Pause. Thank you for telling me, for showing me. I know that sounds crazy, but thank you. You're welcome. We hung up. 22 minutes later, unknown number. I knew who it was. What the fuck did you do? Tyler, screaming. Evening, coach. How's the family? You sent my wife that presentation? You psycho. This is harassment. Revenge porn. This is... First, it's not revenge porn. No nudity in anything I showed. Second, it's not harassment. It's documentation. Everything I presented is true. You having second thoughts about truth-telling, Tyler? Jennifer told me you're controlling, emotionally abusive. She wanted out. I laughed. Actually laughed. Really? That's the story? Funny because I have texts where she tells you I'm boring and oblivious. Not abusive. Boring. Which is it, Tyler? Am I a controlling abuser or a clueless bore? You should get your story straight with your mistress before you call me again. This isn't over. Actually, it is. For you and her. See, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., the district superintendent gets a full copy of that binder, all 316 pages. Company policy on workplace fraternization, ethics violations, conduct unbecoming, time theft. You're both done. I'd start updating your LinkedIn profile if I were you. You can't. I already did. Certified mail, signature required. It's in the overnight box at the post office right now. Silence. Oh, and Tyler? Rachel's a good woman. Your kids are great kids. You threw that away for what? Hotel sex and exciting texts. Hope it was worth it. I hung up. Blocked him. Steve. Beer's cold. Guest room's ready. You good? Me. Getting there. That was day 1. April 18th. The employer. Strike the certified letter arrived at Superintendent Richardson's office at 8:43 a.m. I had tracking confirmation. Opened at 9:15 a.m. according to the signature log. By 10:30 a.m., both Jennifer and Tyler were called into emergency meetings with HR. The cover letter I'd included was professional, detached, clinical. To Superintendent Richardson, I am writing to formally report ethics violations by 2 Lakewood High School employees, Jennifer Lynn Mitchell, school administrator, and Tyler Grant Stevens, head football coach, PE teacher. Enclosed is comprehensive documentation proving undisclosed romantic relationship in violation of Section 4.3, use of school time and property for personal matters, Section 6.2, inappropriate relationship between employee and parent of student, Section 4.3, conduct unbecoming, Section 8.1, timesheet fraud, meetings logged as school business were actually personal. All evidence is time-stamped, verified, and includes digital communications, photographs, financial records, witness statements, and GPS data. I am not seeking personal retribution through the district. I am providing information your office should have for ethical oversight and legal liability protection. Should either party claim harassment or retaliation, please note this documentation predates any actions I have taken and proves their relationship constituted workplace violations. Respectfully, David J. Mitchell, history teacher, Lakewood High School, clean. Professional, lethal. I got a call from Jennifer at 2:38 p.m. Different number, she'd gotten a new phone or was calling from somewhere else. They fired me! They fired me! I have 3 kids to support. You have 3 kids you should have thought about before spending 16 months fucking your coworker. How am I supposed to pay rent? Pay bills? My own mother won't talk to me. That's not my problem anymore, Jennifer. You made your choices. These are the consequences. I'm gonna lose my house. I'm gonna lose everything. You already lost your house. It goes on the market Monday. You'll get your half of the equity minus what you stole from our joint account for your affair. My lawyer's calculating it now. Should be around $158,000 after adjustments. You've ruined my life. No, Jennifer, you ruined your life. I just made sure you couldn't hide it anymore. Made sure the kids knew the truth. Made sure everyone knew who made the choice to destroy our family. That was you, not me. You. She hung up. I found out later. Tyler was also fired, same day. April 18th, effective immediately. The district couldn't afford the liability. 2 employees having an undisclosed affair, one being the parent of a student, the other coached, both using school time and property, both lying on timesheets, legal nightmare waiting to happen. No severance, no letters of recommendation, just gone. Tyler tried to get unemployment, denied, fired for cause. Rachel filed for divorce April 20th. Her attorney was even more aggressive than mine. Took the kids. Tyler got supervised visitation only. She got the house, both cars, and 68% of assets. Tyler moved in with his brother, 2 counties over. 2 marriages destroyed, 2 careers ended, 2 families shattered, multiple kids traumatized, all because 2 people couldn't keep their vows. April 20th. July, social consequences. By April 22nd, everyone in 3 counties knew. I didn't post anything on social media, didn't need to. 186 witnesses at that PTA meeting. By Friday morning, it was the only thing anyone was talking about. The local paper ran a story, carefully worded for legal reasons. 2 Lakewood High employees terminated following ethics investigation. No names, but everyone knew. Jennifer's friends, the ones who hadn't known, were furious at her. Sarah Martinez, her supposed best friend, posted on Facebook, "Sometimes the people you think you know turn out to be complete strangers. Disappointed doesn't begin to cover it. When you use your friends as alibis without telling them, you're not just lying to your spouse. You're making US complicit in your betrayal. I'm done." Comments flooded in within hours. What happened? Who is this about? OMG, is this about Jennifer Mitchell? Someone figured it out. Tagged Jennifer. By afternoon, Jennifer's Facebook was a graveyard. Old posts, photos from family dinners, team events, PTA fundraisers, vacation photos. People were commenting now with things like, "Was this when you were cheating on David? How long were you lying to all of us? You brought Tyler around our kids, around our families, around your own family while you were sneaking around. Disgusting. I babysat your kids while you were doing this. I babysat your kids." She deleted everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of it. Gone. Tyler's social media met the same fate. One of his college buddies posted, "Bro, you really slept with a married woman, mom of kids you coached? That's low even for you. Lost all respect." Tagged 35 people. All his friends from college saw it. The community turned on them fast. Birthday party invites stopped coming, not just for Jennifer, but initially for the kids too, until other parents realized the kids were victims. When Jennifer tried to pick up Lily from school one day, 3 moms physically turned their backs. Lily saw it, came home crying. 3 girls asked me at lunch if my mom was the cheater from the PTA meeting. Someone's parent recorded it on their phone, and it's all over town. I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry you're dealing with this, honey. I'm not embarrassed of you, Dad. I'm embarrassed of her. That hurt, for Lily's sake. A 14-year-old shouldn't feel embarrassed of her mother. The community we'd built together, our friends, our social circle, our support system, They chose sides. Most chose me. Not because I asked them to, because Jennifer had lied to them too, used them as alibis. Made plans with them that she canceled last minute for Tyler. Borrowed their cars when hers was in the shop. It wasn't, she just didn't want me tracking her car's GPS. People felt betrayed too. Dave Henderson, whose wife Jennifer claimed to have lunch with monthly. She told my wife they were getting together. Sarah would wait at restaurants. Jennifer never showed. We thought she was flaky. Now we know she was lying to use Sarah as cover. I'm pissed for my wife. By June, Jennifer had moved 35 miles away to the next county. Rented a studio apartment in a complex near the highway. Couldn't handle running into people at Target, at church, at the gas station. Tyler moved back to his hometown, 90 miles away. Tried to stay with his mother. She turned him away after seeing the evidence. I raised you better than this, Linda Stevens told him, according to what Tyler's brother told someone who told Steve. You don't come back to my house. You don't call me. You broke your vows. You broke another man's home. And you destroyed your own children's family. Figure it out yourself. Harsh. But that's small-town religion for you. May, July, legal battle. April through July was legal warfare. Jennifer hired Mark Patterson, expensive lawyer from the city. $425 per hour, aggressive reputation. Known for dragging out proceedings and bleeding opposing counsel dry. Sarah Chen was ready for him. Claim number 1, May 15th. Hearing. Patterson. Your Honor, my client believes the evidence presented was obtained illegally and should be ruled inadmissible in these proceedings. Sarah. Your Honor, phone records were legally obtained. My client is the account holder. Social media posts are public domain. The monitoring application was installed on a shared family device that my client legally owns and administers. All evidence was obtained through legal means. Defense is welcome to verify. Judge Harrison. Mr. Patterson, unless you can prove illegal acquisition, the evidence stands. Next. Claim the Burger 2, June 8th. Hearing. Patterson. My client requests spousal support in the amount of $2,800 per month for 48 months, totaling $130,400. She lost her job due to stress from the divorce and needs time to reestablish her career. Sarah. Your Honor, Ms. Mitchell lost her employment due to ethics violations and workplace misconduct, not due to marital dissolution. She was terminated for cause, for violations of company policy unrelated to her marital status. The evidence clearly shows she engaged in inappropriate conduct with a coworker, used company time for personal matters, and committed timesheet fraud. Those are separate issues from divorce proceedings. She is employable and has already secured a position at a dental office. Spousal support request denied. Judge. Agreed. Denied. Jennifer's face crumpled. Claim the Burke 3, July 12th. Hearing. Patterson. My client requests 50-50 custody of all 3 minor children. Sarah. Your Honor, the children, Connor age 17, Lily age 14, and Ethan age 9, have expressed clear, consistent preferences to reside primarily with their father. Given Connor and Lily's ages, North Carolina law strongly considers their stated wishes. Additionally, we have extensive documentation showing Ms. Mitchell prioritized her extramarital affair over her children's needs for 16 months. Sarah presented a secondary binder. 28 missed school events, 12 missed doctor appointments, 16 times she was supposed to pick up the children and didn't show, forcing my client to leave work early. Testimony from teachers, coaches, and school counselors documenting her decreased involvement starting September 2023. Text messages where she told her affair partner she couldn't wait until the kids were old enough to not need her as much. Patterson tried. Children that age don't have the maturity to make custody decisions. Judge Harrison cut him off. Mr. Patterson, I've been a family court judge for 22 years. A 17-year-old and a 14-year-old absolutely have the cognitive ability to express custody preferences, and case law supports strong weight being given to their wishes. Combined with the documented evidence of neglect, and yes, missing that many events while prioritizing an affair constitutes emotional neglect, I'm ruling primary custody to Mr. Mitchell. 80-20 split. Ms. Mitchell gets alternating weekends and 1 weeknight dinner per week. I won everything. Primary custody. 80-20 split. Kids with me. Jennifer got alternating weekends and Wednesday dinners. The house. I got it. She got half the equity, $161,000, minus the $6,200 she spent on the affair, and half of the legal fees because she initiated contested proceedings. Final check to her, $151,000. Retirement accounts. Split 60-40 in my favor due to her financial misconduct and the fact that she'd been planning to leave, meaning she'd already been treating marital assets as separate. No alimony, denied completely. She was employable, had a job already, dental receptionist, $32,000 a year. Child support. She had to pay me $890 per month since I had primary custody and her income, while lower still required contribution. The final hearing was July 28th. Jennifer showed up looking destroyed, lost maybe 30 pounds since April. Dark circles under her eyes, hair unwashed and pulled back in a ponytail, wearing clothes that didn't fit right anymore, hung off her frame. Judge Harrison reviewed the case file one last time, all 316 pages of my original binder, plus legal filings, plus her failed motions. He asked Jennifer if she had anything to say before he finalized. I made a mistake. I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone. Judge Harrison looked at her over his reading glasses. He was 58, had been on the bench since 2003, had seen everything. Ma'am, this wasn't a mistake. Mistakes are accidents. You spill coffee, you miss an exit, you forget an appointment. Those are mistakes. This was a calculated, sustained pattern of deception spanning 16 months. You lied to your husband, your children, your employer, your friends, and initially to this court. You made hundreds of individual choices, each one a deliberate decision to continue the affair. You don't get to call that a mistake. Silence in the courtroom. Divorce finalized. Custody arrangement as outlined. Mr. Mitchell retains primary residence. Ms. Mitchell has visitation as specified. Both parties are released from marriage as of today's date. Gavel. Over. As we left the courthouse, Jennifer tried to talk to me one last time. David, please, can we just talk? Just for 1 minute? I kept walking. Please, I need you to understand. I stopped, turned around, looked at her, really looked at her. She looked like someone I used to know in another lifetime. Jennifer. My voice was calm, measured. Let me be crystal clear about something. You are nothing to me now. You're the mother of my children, and that's the only reason you exist in my life at all. I don't hate you. I don't love you. I don't feel anything for you. You're just a person, someone I used to know. A cautionary tale I'll tell my kids someday about what not to do in a relationship. That's your legacy to them. That's all you are to me. Her face crumpled. I know I destroyed everything. But can't we at least be civil for the kids? We will be civil through the co-parenting app. That's it. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't show up at my house. Communication goes through the app or through lawyers. That's the boundary. That's what's left. I loved you. No. I cut her off. You loved what I provided. Security, stability, a nice house, a good father for your kids, but you didn't love me. If you did, you wouldn't have spent 16 months fucking someone else while telling him I was boring. Love doesn't look like that, Jennifer. I walked to my car. That was the last conversation we ever had. The last words I ever spoke directly to her. The darkness. You'd think after winning, after getting custody, keeping the house, starting fresh, I'd feel great. I didn't. August through November 2025, I was a fucking mess. The new house in Asheville was beautiful. 3 bedrooms, mountain views, big backyard, fresh start, clean slate. But it was quiet, too quiet. The kids, Connor, 17, Lily, 14, and Ethan, 9, were adjusting to new schools, new friends, new everything. But they weren't okay. None of us were. I couldn't sleep. Maybe 3 hours a night. Would lie awake replaying everything, the texts, the lies, the PTA meeting, Jennifer's face when I showed the evidence, Connor walking out, Lily crying, Ethan asking why Mommy couldn't live with us anymore. Kept thinking about the last time Jennifer and I had laughed together. Really laughed, not polite social chuckling. Couldn't remember. Maybe 2 years ago? 3? When did we stop being happy? I started drinking alone after the kids went to bed. Just a beer at first, to relax, to sleep. Became 2 beers, then a 6-pack. Then I switched to whiskey because it was faster. Work suffered. I was short with students. Snapped at a kid for talking during a quiz. Really snapped, made her cry. Had to apologize. Couldn't focus on lesson plans. Would stare at my computer screen for an hour without typing anything. My department chair, Robert Gaines, pulled me aside in October. "David, you need to talk to someone." "I'm fine." "You're not fine. You look exhausted. You're irritable with everyone. You forgot department meeting last week. That's not you." "I've got a lot going on. New city, new school, 3 kids adjusting." "I know, which is why you need to talk to someone. Professional, not just me. Actual therapist." He slid a business card across his desk. Dr. Sarah Winters, clinical psychologist, specializes in trauma and transitions. Think about it. I pocketed the card, didn't call for 3 weeks. I started therapy November 15th. Dr. Winters' office was in a quiet building downtown. Comfortable chairs, soft lighting, plants everywhere, trying too hard to be calming. First session, she asked, "What brought you here, David?" "I won. I destroyed my ex-wife's life and career, got custody of my kids, new job in a new state, fresh start, everything I wanted. But I feel like shit. Every day, angry at everyone, can't sleep, drinking too much, snapping at my kids for stupid things. I thought destroying her would fix me, make me feel better. Did it? No, it just ended things. But I'm still broken, maybe more broken than before. That's when I cried, first time since the courtroom, just completely broke down in front of a stranger. Dr. Winters handed me a box of tissues. Waited. Didn't try to fill the silence with platitudes. When I could breathe again, why do I still feel so angry? Because revenge closes a chapter, David, but it doesn't heal the wound. That takes different, much harder work. You didn't just lose a wife, you lost 20 years of your life, your future plan, your identity as a married man, your vision of growing old together. Revenge doesn't fix that kind of loss. It just ends the story. But your grief hasn't ended. So what do? You grieve, actually grieve, not revenge grieve. Real grief. It's not sexy, it's not satisfying, it's painful and slow and messy, but it's necessary. Over the next few months, we worked on it. The anger, the betrayal, the trust issues, the trauma of reading those texts, seeing those photos, knowing she'd lied to my face for 16 months. But December was bad. Really, really bad. December 11th. 10:45 p.m. The kids were asleep. I was in the garage, sitting in my car, staring at the steering wheel, thinking about how easy it would be to just start the engine. Close the garage door, let the carbon monoxide do its work, go to sleep, stop hurting. The thought wasn't new, had been circling for weeks, but this was the first time I seriously considered it. Watch the clock on my phone. 10:45, 10:46, 10:51. 10:53, 8 minutes. I sat there, hand on the keys, thinking about how much easier it would be to just stop. Then I thought about Connor finding me, Lily, Ethan. Thought about them growing up knowing their dad killed himself, adding that trauma on top of everything else. That's what stopped me, not self-preservation, fear of failing my kids again. I called Steve, 10:53 p.m. "I need help." "What's wrong?" "I need help, now." "I'm on my way." He drove 3 hours from our old town. Didn't ask what happened until he got there. Just came. Stayed on my couch for 5 days. Emergency session with Dr. Winters the next morning. 2 days later, diagnosed with major depression and complex PTSD. "Your body went through trauma," Dr. Winters explained. "Betrayal trauma is real, documented, physiological. Your nervous system was flooded with stress hormones for months during the investigation phase. Then you spent almost 2 years in hypervigilance mode, investigating, planning, executing. Fight or flight for 18 months straight. Your body thinks it's still in danger even though the threat is gone. You're having flashbacks, intrusive thoughts, hypervigilance, classic PTSD symptoms. Started medication. Lexapro 10 mg increased to 20 mg after 3 weeks. Therapy twice a week instead of once. Slowly, very slowly, the suicidal thoughts receded, but the kids were struggling too. Connor, 17, was failing 2 classes. He'd been a straight A student his entire life. First semester, senior year, C in English, F in calculus. His school counselor called me in November. Connor's not engaged. He's withdrawn, doesn't participate, sleeps through class sometimes. Is he being bullied? No, I think he's depressed. Has he seen anyone? He hadn't. I talked to Connor that night in his room. Your counselor says you're struggling. I'm fine. You have an F in calculus. You've never failed anything. Silence. Talk to me, bud. There's nothing to talk about. Connor. Fine. You want to know? I'm angry, okay? I'm angry all the time. At who? Everyone. Mom for cheating. You for blowing everything up the way you did. Myself for not seeing it earlier. Just everyone. It's okay to be angry, is it? Because I feel like I'm not allowed to be angry at you. You're the good guy, right? You got cheated on. You protected us. But you also fucking destroyed our lives in front of the entire town. You made us local celebrities for the worst possible reason. Do you know what it's like to have everyone know your family's business? That hit hard. I know. I'm sorry. You didn't think about us. Not really. You thought about revenge, about making her pay, about justice. But you didn't think about what it would be like for us at school, with our friends, with everyone we know. Lily cries herself to sleep 3 times a week. Ethan has nightmares, and I'm tired, Dad. I'm just fucking tired. He'd never sworn at me before. He started therapy. Dr. Winters referred us to Dr. Michael Chen, who specialized in adolescence and family trauma. Lily, 14, went completely internal, stopped talking, barely ate. Grades dropped from A's and B's to C's and D's. Withdrew from art class, the thing she loved most. Her school counselor called me too. Mr. Mitchell, Lily's teacher, says she hasn't turned in an assignment in 3 weeks. That's not like her. I know. She told me something in our session. She said she wishes you and her mom had just divorced quietly, that exposing everything at the PTA meeting made it harder for her at school in your old town, that the other kids talked, made jokes, that what you did to her mom felt mean. Mean. My 14-year-old daughter thought I was mean. She wasn't entirely wrong. I sat all 3 kids down in January, living room, serious conversation. I owe you 3 an apology. Connor looked up, surprised. I'm not apologizing for divorcing your mom. She made her choices. I'm not apologizing for getting custody. You deserve stability. But I am apologizing for how I handled things, for exposing everything so publicly, for not fully considering how it would affect you at school, with your friends, in your community. Lily started crying, first time in weeks. I was focused on making your mom face consequences, on justice, on the truth coming out. But I didn't think enough about the cost to you, about what it would be like to be those kids, the ones whose family drama everyone knows. That's on me. I'm sorry. You were hurt, Dad, Connor said quietly. She hurt you bad. That's not an excuse for making your lives harder. You're hurt too. And I made it worse by turning it into a public spectacle. Lily finally spoke. I just want to be normal again. I don't want to be the girl whose mom cheated. I want to be Lily, just Lily. I know, honey, I know. We'll get there, I promise. New school, new town, fresh start. It'll get better. Will it? Yeah, it will. It's going to take time, but it will. We all cried together. First real family moment since the move. Started family therapy in February, all 4 of us. Dr. Martinez specialized in post-divorce family dynamics. Slowly, very, very slowly, we started healing. Actually healing. Not revenge healing, not moving on healing, real healing. I got updates on Jennifer through mutual friends who still occasionally talk to her. Against my will, really, they felt compelled to tell me. By fall 2025, she'd hit absolute rock bottom, lost her job, lost her career and education. Word had spread. No school district would touch her. Lost her reputation. Lost her kids' daily presence. Lost her community. Tyler wanted nothing to do with her once his life imploded. Blamed her for his firing, his divorce, his family disowning him. Told mutual friends, she ruined my life. Blocked her completely, refused to answer calls. She was living alone in a studio apartment in the next county, working as a receptionist at a dental office, making $32,000 a year, barely making rent on time, eating ramen and cereal most nights. Sarah, her former friend, told me, "She cries every day, David. All she talks about is how much she misses the kids, how sorry she is, how she wishes she could go back and undo everything. Part of me felt something, not satisfaction, something heavier, guilt. Don't, Dr. Winters said in our session when I brought it up. You didn't make her cheat. You responded to what she did. Her consequences are the result of her choices. You documented facts. You shared them when necessary. You protected your children. That's not cruelty. That's consequence. She's a human being. She's suffering. So are you. So are your kids. She made a choice that hurt people. Those people responded. You're not responsible for her pain. You didn't cheat. You didn't lie. You didn't betray vows. She did that. The pain she's experiencing is the natural result of her actions. I knew he was right logically, but emotionally, it didn't make it easier. Eventually, I asked Sarah to stop giving me updates. I don't need to know anymore. It's not my problem. I can't carry her pain and mine both. I need to focus on healing myself and helping my kids heal. That's it. Whatever Jennifer's going through, she has to figure it out herself. Sarah nodded. Fair enough. I stopped asking. People eventually stopped telling me. Jennifer became a ghost, someone who used to exist in my life, but didn't anymore. The mother of my children. Nothing more. Nothing less. Redemption. February 2026, 10 months post-divorce. I wasn't looking to date, wasn't ready. Still in therapy twice a week. Still on medication. Still rebuilding my relationship with my kids. But life has a funny way. I was at Barnes & Noble on a Saturday afternoon, browsing the history section. Reached for a book on the Civil War, Battle Cry of Freedom by James McPherson, at the same time as someone else. Sorry, go ahead, I said automatically. No, you were here first. I looked up. Woman, late 30s, warm smile, wearing dark blue scrubs with cartoon characters on them. Pediatric nurse, maybe? You just get off shift? I asked, gesturing to the scrubs. 12 hours. I'm too wired to go home and sleep yet. Books help me wind down. You? Saturday ritual, coffee, bookstore, trying to remember who I was before. I trailed off. Too much information for a stranger, but she smiled knowingly. Before life got complicated? Yeah, something like that. I'm Amanda Parker. Wait, that name? We've met, I said slowly. Soccer games 2 years ago, coffee dates last year when I was going through things. Her eyes widened. Oh my God, David, I didn't recognize you. You look different, good different. Lost 25 pounds, finally sleeping, therapy helps. Same, lost 30, got actual peace in my life. The whole fake affair thing that helped you. It actually helped me too. Helped me realize I deserved actual happiness, not just absence of misery. I laughed. First genuine laugh in months. Want to grab coffee? Catch up? I'd love to. We sat in the Barnes & Noble cafe for 2 hours. Turned out Amanda had moved to Asheville 6 months ago. Divorced 3 years ago now. Finally felt final. Got a nursing job at Mission Hospital. Pediatric unit. Fresh start, like me. You know what's funny? She said. That whole thing, helping you with the fake affair last year, it gave me permission to be angry about my divorce. To stop being the good ex-wife who took the high road, to demand what I deserved. So, thank you. I didn't do anything. You helped me. We helped each other. Maybe that's the point. We kept running into each other. Barnes & Noble the next Saturday, coffee shop the week after, grocery store, Target. After the 5th coincidence, I realized we were both engineering them. Are you going to ask me out, David Mitchell, or do I need to ask you? Would you like to have dinner with me, like a real date, not coffee, actual dinner? Are you asking me on a date? Maybe, I don't know. I haven't dated in 20 years. I'm terrible at this. She smiled. I'll go to dinner with you, but fair warning, I'm still dealing with my own baggage. Trust issues, walls built really high, the works. Same. Maybe we can be broken together. That's literally the worst pickup line I've ever heard. I know. Did it work? Unfortunately, yes. We took it slow. Really slow. First few dates were coffee and talking, comparing notes on therapy homework, venting about our exes, learning we had the same trust issues, same scars, same walls. So, you tried cognitive behavioral reframing too? Yep. Felt like complete bullshit at first, but actually worked. Same. After 6 weeks, we kissed. In a parking lot after dinner at a Thai restaurant. Awkward. Both of us hadn't kissed anyone new in decades. That was bad, she admitted. Terrible, I agreed. Want to try again? Absolutely. Better the second time. My therapist asked in our session, how does this feel different from Jennifer? Honest. We're both fucked up and we're not pretending otherwise. We talk about our triggers, our bad days, what we need. It's exhausting, but real. Nothing hidden. No secrets. Just two broken people trying to figure it out together. By May, we were officially together. The kids met her in June. Accidentally on purpose ran into her at Target. This is my friend Amanda, I said, keeping it light. Connor was polite but guarded. Asked her about nursing. She told stories about kids in the pediatric unit. Funny ones, not sad ones. Smart. Lily was distant at first. Suspicious of anyone dating her dad. Didn't speak much. Ethan just wanted to know if she liked Pokemon. She did. They talked about favorite Pokemon for 10 minutes. Amanda had a daughter too. Mia, 12, sweet kid. Quieter than my kids but kind. We did a family outing in July, bowling. 5 kids, 2 traumatized adults, way too much pizza, chaos, loud, messy, perfect. Lily pulled me aside halfway through. She's nice, Dad. Yeah? Yeah, I like her. Just go slow, okay? I will, honey, I promise. August, we had our first real fight. Amanda went to a nursing conference in Charlotte for 3 days. Didn't text much during the day. She was in sessions, busy. I saw photos on her Instagram that night. Group dinner, male coworkers. She was sitting next to a guy I didn't recognize, both laughing at something. I spiraled, called her at 10 p.m. Who was that guy you were sitting next to? His name is Marcus. He's the charge nurse in the ER. Why? You didn't tell me you were going to dinner. It was a work thing. The whole conference group went. I didn't think I needed to report every meal. You're laughing pretty hard with Marcus. Silence on the other end. David, Marcus is gay, married to his husband Jeff for 8 years. They have 2 adopted kids. Do you want to see their wedding photo? I have it because Jeff works in the NICU and we're friends. Oh, I sat down. I'm sorry. That's my shit, not yours. It is your shit. And I get it. I really do. I've been there. But David, you have to trust me, or this won't work. I've been cheated on too. I know that pain. I'm not that person. But you have to choose. Let what Jennifer did control you forever, or build something new with me. She was right. I choose you. I choose us. Then trust me, please. I'll be patient while you learn how, but you have to actually try. I did. It wasn't perfect, but I tried. By September 2026, 18 months after serving Jennifer divorce papers, I was genuinely happy. Not because Amanda fixed me, because I'd done the work to fix myself. Therapy, medication, honest conversations, setting boundaries, learning to trust again. Amanda was the bonus that came after the hard work. November 2026, full circle. I took Amanda to Giuseppe's, the Italian restaurant, the one Jennifer and I used to go to for anniversaries, the one Tyler had taken Jennifer to during the affair. Are you sure about this? Amanda asked in the car. I need to make new memories here, replace the old ones with something better. We had a great night, laughed, held hands across the table, split tiramisu, talked about maybe taking a trip together next summer. Just us, kids would stay with Steve and grandparents. Didn't think about Jennifer once. Didn't think about Tyler. Just enjoyed dinner with someone I was falling for. As we left, our waiter, older gentleman, maybe 60, had been working there for years, stopped me. Excuse me, I remember you. You used to come here years ago. Different woman. Oh, shit. Yeah, we're divorced now. I remember. And I remember him too. The man she'd come here with when you weren't around. Different nights. I always felt bad seeing that. Wanted to tell you but didn't know how. Didn't feel like my place. Silence. Amanda squeezed my hand. Well, I said carefully, thank you for saying something now, and I'm happy now. Really happy. He smiled at Amanda. You two look good together. Real. That's what matters. I tipped him 30%. In the car, Amanda asked, You okay? Yeah, actually I am. That could have ruined the night 2 years ago. Now, it's just Information, old information, doesn't touch what we have. Good. She kissed me. December 16th. Connor's high school graduation. Half-year graduate. He'd taken extra courses to finish early. Wanted to start college in January. Jennifer showed up to the ceremony. I hadn't seen her in a year and a half. Not since the courthouse. She looked different. Older, but healthier than at the courthouse. Gray streaks in her hair she hadn't dyed out. Thinner, but not scary thin anymore. Dressed nicely but simply. More put together than the last time. She congratulated Connor after the ceremony, hugged him. He hugged back, briefly but genuinely. Progress. Then she approached me. Amanda stepped back slightly, giving us space. Can we talk? Just for a minute? I sighed. 1 minute? I'm sorry, for everything. For what I did, for lying, for breaking our family. I know that doesn't fix anything. I know you'll probably never forgive me, but I need you to know that I understand what I destroyed, and I live with that every day. I see it in our kids' eyes. I earned that. I looked at her, really looked. She was sincere. This wasn't manipulation. This was someone who'd hit bottom and clawed their way back to something resembling okay. I appreciate you saying that. I hope you're doing better, genuinely. I am, therapy twice a week, working on myself, trying to rebuild with the kids. It's slow, really slow, but it's something. Good. They need their mom. Even after everything, they need you to be present and healthy. You're with someone new. She glanced at Amanda. I am. Are you happy? Very. She smiled, sad but real. I'm glad. You deserve to be happy, David. I'm sorry I wasn't the person who could make you happy. I'm sorry I destroyed what we had instead of trying to fix it. Jennifer, we're not friends. We're never going to be. But I don't hate you anymore. I'm just done. I hope you find peace. I really do. Thank you. That's more grace than I deserve. Maybe. But our kids need both of us to be okay. So, get okay. Stay okay. That's all I care about now. She nodded, walked away. Amanda took my hand. You okay? Yeah, that felt final, in a good way. Closure, real closure. March 2027, present-day status updates, me. Engaged to Amanda as of February 14th, 2027. Proposed at the same mountain overlook where we had our first real conversation about our pasts. She said yes before I finished asking. Kids were all in on it. Connor helped pick the ring. Lily made a photo album. Ethan made a card. Wedding planned for October. Amanda's daughter Mia is going to be junior bridesmaid. My parents love her. Her parents love me. Blended family in progress. It's messy and complicated and beautiful. Connor, 18. Started at UNC Chapel Hill in January. Political science major, dean's list at first semester. Says he wants to go to law school eventually. Maybe family law. Someone should protect the good guys, Dad. Make sure kids don't get screwed over in bad divorces. Proud doesn't even begin to cover it. He calls once a week. Texts daily. We're rebuilding what we almost lost. Lily, 15, slowly opening back up. Still sees Dr. Chen weekly. Has a boyfriend, nice kid named Marcus, very respectful. Back to doing art. Won a regional competition last month for a piece called Broken Things Made Beautiful. It was a mosaic made from shattered dishes and mirrors, formed into a phoenix. Made me cry when I saw it. Calls Amanda by name now instead of Dad's girlfriend. Progress. Ethan, 10, doing great. Plays soccer still. Different league, different coaches, happy kid. Calls me and Amanda team parent, which is adorable and makes Amanda tear up every time. Sees his mom every other weekend. Seems adjusted. Still has the occasional nightmare, but they're getting less frequent. Talks about Mia like she's his actual sister already. Jennifer, seeing the kids twice a month. Relationship improving slowly but steadily. Connor and Lily are cautious but softening. Ethan never held a grudge. He's young enough that he's just happy to have time with his mom. She's working as a school counselor now. Different district, different county, completely different role. Makes $52,000 a year. Small apartment, simple life, still in therapy. Hasn't dated anyone since Tyler. She seems okay. Not thriving, not broken, just okay. Working on herself. Being present for the kids when she has them. That's all I need from her. Tyler? No idea, don't care. Last I heard through random town gossip, he moved 2 states away, got remarried somehow. Good luck to her. Hope she knows what she's getting into. I don't think about him anymore. He's just a footnote in my story now. Amanda? Best decision I never knew I was making when I reached for that Civil War book. She gets it. Gets me, gets the kids, patient with my trust issues, kind when I spiral, real when I need reality. We fight sometimes, about schedules, about parenting differences, about my occasional jealousy that I'm still working through. But we fight fair. No secrets, no lies, no hidden phones, everything on the table. It's exhausting, but it's real, and that's what I need. Life isn't perfect. I still have bad days. Still see Dr. Winters monthly. Still have moments where I think about what was lost, 20 years, a whole life plan, the future I thought I was building. But I'm here. I'm healing. I'm building something new and real and honest. My kids are healing, slowly, but they are. Jennifer's healing, I hope, for the kids' sake. And that's enough. Epilogue. If you've made it this far, thank you. This was a lot. Nearly 8,000 words of my life's darkest chapter. Some of you will say I went too far, that I should have just filed quietly, split assets, co-parented civilly, kept it private, protected everyone's dignity. Maybe you're right. My therapist says revenge doesn't heal wounds. He's not wrong, but I don't regret it. Not the binder, not the PTA meeting, not going after Tyler and exposing them both, not protecting my kids by showing them the truth. Why? Because Jennifer didn't just cheat. She planned. She plotted her exit strategy. She called me boring to her lover. She was counting down until Connor graduated so she could leave without looking like the bad guy who abandoned her kids. She was going to rewrite history, claim we grew apart, play the victim. That deserved consequences, real consequences. Not just, oops, I made a mistake, let's move on. Do I regret the impact on my kids? Every single day. That's the part that keeps me up at night. Not Jennifer's pain, my kids' pain. Would I do it differently knowing what I know now? Probably. I'd skip the public PTA reveal, handle it privately. Less collateral damage on the kids, less social fallout for them to navigate. But hindsight is 20/20. What I learned, trust your gut. Those early red flags in September, they were right. I ignored them because I didn't want to be that suspicious husband. Trust your instincts. Document everything. Evidence saved me in court. Without that binder, it would have been he said, she said. Documentation gives you power. Protect your kids first. Everything else is secondary. I wish I'd thought more about how public exposure would affect them before I did it. Get therapy before you break, not after. I waited too long, almost didn't make it. Get help early. Revenge closes chapters but doesn't heal wounds. Dr. Winters was right. The PTA meeting felt satisfying for about a day. Then I was just empty. Healing requires different work. You can survive what you think will destroy you. March 19th, 2024. Reading those texts. I thought my life was over. It nearly was in December when I sat in my car contemplating suicide, but I'm still here. You're stronger than you think. Choose healing over bitterness. Easier said than done. Takes years, not months. But it's possible. I'm living proof. To anyone going through betrayal right now, you'll survive. It won't feel like it for months, maybe years. But you will. Get therapy, get evidence, get a good lawyer, protect yourself and your kids, and then do the actual work of healing. To the cheaters reading this, your partner might know. They might be building a case right now just like I did. And when it drops, you'll have earned every consequence. Stop before it's too late. The damage isn't worth it. To everyone else, kids suffer most in these situations. Remember that before you make choices you can't undo. Connor, Lily, and Ethan didn't ask for any of this. They're the real victims, not me, not Jennifer, the kids. Keep your vows or leave honestly. There's no third option that doesn't destroy people. 3 years later, I'm engaged to an amazing woman. My kids are healing. I'm healing. Jennifer's working on herself. Life isn't perfect, but it's real. That's enough.